Obon is a special time of year for all of us. We get together as a community and remember those that came before us. It's an opportunity to see friends and family, eat, play games, and make memories together. We celebrate our religion and our culture with the greater community. For many of us, that involves dusting off our yukata, hapi, jinbei, kanzashi, zori, uchiwa, sensu, and kachikachi, and bringing out different memories and feelings. We asked the Sangha, why do you dress for Obon? What do you wear, and why do you wear it? Here are a few of their responses.
I've always enjoyed dressing up for Odori because of the sense of togetherness that I feel when we're all dressed up and dancing together. My mom is the Odori instructor, so she often wears one of the beautiful kimonos from the shows and parades that she's participated in. For me, my yukata is very special because my grandma Nishimoto bought it for me on one of her trips to Japan. So I think of her and I remember her every time that I wear it.
Once a year, we have the opportunity to dress up in our kimonos for our annual Obon dancing. It's customary in Japan to wear kimono or the cotton kimono called yukata. And I'm very fortunate to have several yukata to choose from. My only regret is that I never learned to dress myself. And this time I would like to thank all the volunteers who come out to dress our dancers. Thank you so much.
Why I like to dress up in yukata. I love the smell of opening my mom's cedar chest to take out the yukata, obi, and all the accessories. It reminds me of the time when I was a child, when my ba-chan used to come down from San Francisco to dress up for Bonodori. Wearing yukata for one evening allows me to pretend I'm a different person. Now I love helping other people dress because, as master dresser Jun Sakamoto said, kimono and yukata flatter everyone, no matter the body type. And it's true, everyone looks so beautiful when dressed up. And I love admiring what people bring to wear, from vintage kimono handed down through families to modern yukata with untraditional prints. In a small way, I like to help enable people to preserve the tradition that our grandparents handed down to us.
My name is Aurora. I am 4.
And why do you like to wear yukata?
I don't remember.
And why do I love to dress up for Obon? Usually it's the one time a year where I actually get to wear my yukata for Obon. And I also love the culture, the tradition, the sense of Japanese community it brings when we actually dress up for Obon time.
My grandparents, Tomizo and Yoshie Furuichi, and my parents, Dave and Toshiko Kawamoto, have been very active at the Mountain View Buddhist Temple and have always encouraged our family members to participate in all the temple activities. I can remember participating in the Obonodori from the age of 5 years old and every year thereafter. There are 3 sisters in my family and 2 nieces, so one year my grandparents made a trip to Japan and brought back several silk kimono and several yukata for the girls in the family to use during Obon. We were very fortunate to have these to use every year. As a child, we remember having to wear the kimono in the heat of summer with tight obi and sashes so tight that we couldn't eat or move very well. As a youth, it was not one of our fondest memories, but it wasn't until I went away to college that I looked at this ritual in a very different manner. I realized at that time that our family was very fortunate to have the kimonos and yukata to wear. It was only once a year that we had the opportunity to wear these beautiful kimono and yukata. It also brought great joy, especially to my grandmother and mother, for the girls in the family to be involved in the Obonodori. In 1998, the temple organized a trip to Japan that my entire family joined. It was on that trip that my older sister and I decided that we wanted to have all of the traditional items to wear during Obon. While in Japan, we found a fabric store that also carried the obi sashes and undergarments. My older sister and I purchased a complete set and several yards of fabric to make our own yukata. After that point, I looked at Obon and dressing up in yukata as a connection to our culture and religion, and from that point onward felt committed to carry on the tradition for my family. I love everything about our culture, and is now one time a year that I look forward to dressing in full yukata and dancing to honor my grandparents, parents, and our ancestors.
I dance at Obon to honor my ancestors, especially my father and mother, Edward and Haruko Yonomura. I dance at Obon to honor temple members who had a profound influence on my life, like Reverend Russell Hamada and Amy Mai. This year, I will virtually dance to honor Toshiko Kawamoto and Richard Endo, whose memory will live on in my heart.
And what do I normally wear at Obon? Usually I wear a yukata, and I'm lucky enough that I have a few yukatas that I've gotten from friends in Japan. And the yukata I wear for the Obon weekend, usually one depends on what kind of pattern I feel like wearing, but most importantly, it depends on the weather for Obon weekend. If it's hot, I wear a lighter yukata. It's gonna be a little bit chilly, I wear a little bit heavy yukata.
Why do you like to wear yukata? Is it fun? Like wearing your jinbei and yukata?
Yeah,
Why do you like to wear them?
because they make me look good.